Hi everyone, it's a beautiful sunny day here in Lehi, Utah. It's 64 degrees right now at 9 a.m. in the morning, and that's 17 degrees Celsius, and it's going to go to a high of 82, 27 degrees Celsius. I'm Colette the Highway Stitcher. I'm here to bring you my stitching from the highway and at home, if I can talk. It's been an interesting week. This week was supposed to be with my sister, and we were going to have a sister trip like we did last September, but her mother-in-law passed away. It wasn't sudden. She was hoping it wasn't going to happen at this time so we could go on our trip, but unfortunately it did not. At first I really was very, very sad. But as the days have gone by, actually it's been kind of nice. My husband had taken off already to go to Washougal, to our river house, and check things out because he thought I was going to be gone, and I did too. And so now I'm just kind of here enjoying myself. Just, I don't know, just kind of doing some organizing. I got some stitching done, but probably been doing a little more organizing than stitching, possibly reading, a lot of reading, and just relaxing and eating when I want to eat, and going outside, doing gardening, and it's been really, really pleasant. This is mostly a cross-stitch channel. I'll let you guys know ahead of time who may be new. And I do other forms of crafts, which I go into at times too. I do bobbin lace, beading. I dealt in a little bit of sewing, quilting, rug cooking, lots of things. But right now I've just been concentrating on cross stitch. And if that seems to be something that you enjoy, join me. Grateful for my new subscribers. I want to thank you, and thanks also to the returning subscribers very, very much. So since we are doing stitching this week, I will go on to my whips. I finished my Whip Mania last week. I did my video right after that, and completed quite a bit of stitches in all my old whips for Mania, so I was pretty happy with that. So now I knew my plans. I had mentioned last week I was going to go back and especially get those 2 monthly patterns that I've been keeping up on well, get those done, out of there, everything done with them, and then move on to my zombie run pieces. And I did do that. I managed to keep to my plans and my goals for this week. So I'm going to go on and show you what I got done this week. I've been working every month on the Lizzie Kate Flip It series, and been doing it well every month. Most of the time I was doing it getting it done by the second of the month. Because of Whip Mania, I did not, but I settled down and worked on it this week. And so here she is. And this is the month of May, and love those cute little birds and that birdhouse. And this is being stitched on a 28 count linen vintage country mocha with mostly the called for threads when I could find them, and sometimes there was a substitution or two. Been enjoying this. It's only about like 14 to 1600 stitches, and it usually goes by pretty fast. I like the little idea of the stamp. Makes it look, that's why they call it a stamp it. I like the look of the stamp edging around it. So I'm happy keeping up on that. Next project, monthly mystery SAL that I've been participating in, is the Talavera by Linen and Threads. Their 2021 mystery SAL. Printed it off just here in this. What it's doing is people can do it in like different bright Talavera Spanish pottery colors. So what I accomplished this week, is I finished up the block for May. And this was the way I decided to do it. I have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors, I believe. And they're all DMC colors. And I don't really want to get this out of the Q-snaps right now, but probably next week or the week after, when I work on it again and try to get more of this done, I will take it out of the Q-snaps and show you more of how it's going. Anyway, that is this month's block. It again wasn't very much to do. I've been keeping my borders the same. I noticed a lot of people are changing them, but I kind of like the symmetry of my borders, kind of working with each other, each block having the same border. So that has been like a blue and a yellow. But the inside, I've been playing around and doing it differently and been happy with that. Anyway, this is being stitched on a 32 count white Lugana, even weave by Zweigart. And it's my choice of threads, of course. And if you're interested in knowing what those threads are, I would be very happy to give you them if you contact me. It's just been so dry around here. Just dry. And of course, I should expect that. We're in Utah. We're in the high desert. Okay. I also worked on Monday night with a video chat group that I meet with. I also worked on my Blackbird birthday SAL. And this is for Melanie, Yarns and Threads. She is on Floss Tube. It is her birthday SAL piece. She's a Blackbird girl and picked this. So this one has been coming slowly along. I did 180 stitches on it. This is being stitched on a Lakeside Linen 32 count mystery fabric, piece of fabric. The other big piece, of course, had the name on it, and I did not staple it and keep it on this as I should have. But, you know, just the lightly, it's just the typical of a lot of Lakeside Linen, just the slight modeling, beautiful prim type of fabric. And I do know my threads. This is Classic Colorworks at Bing Cherry, which, because this was a 32 count, I made the mistake on just going away, doing my stitching, going, oh yeah, this one skein of thread's perfectly fine. Oh yes, right. If I'd been doing 40 count with one strand, it would have been fine, but I'm running out of my Bing Cherry, so I had to order some. But that actually already came. 123 just informed me it's here, so since I am local to 123 Stitch, I'm going to go over and pick it up probably today. So anyway, that was America by Blackbird Designs. Then I moved on to Zombie Run, and I have four Zombie Run pieces that I'm still working on. No finishes in the near future. Still trying to whittle them down. The first one, actually, I did do one of the Zombie Run pieces at the beginning of the month because it was an original Whipmania start from 2018, and that was Sheep May Safely Graze by Homespun Elegance. So one of the Zombie Run pieces has its 400 stitches in it already, going towards the 12 miles. This week I was able to work on Mirabilia. I did a little bit on Friday and some more on Monday. No, wait, Saturday. Yeah, quite a bit on Saturday. And this is Garden Prelude by Mirabilia. It is on 32 count. Picture this plus demoiselle. A beautiful, beautiful, very subtly modeled blues, greens, and pinks. And what I got accomplished there was moving down on the lavender and purple colors down her dress. The main reason I worked on that was because I had to put I had copied off the pieces and enlarged them. So I was coming down to the edge of the one, copy that I had made and decided I had better move the other copy over, put them together, print them together, and then be able to work on it that way with the overlapping. And the overlapping actually went right there where the kind of lavenders and dark purples and greens are. So I worked on that area and got myself 415 stitches. And I'm pretty much, that was a good stopping spot for me. And this is being stitched with the called for floss, DMC floss. I am not working on the archways as Sarah, Stitchy Mommy, and other people I know are doing. I have to get this done for my granddaughter who is graduating. And she's graduating faster than I thought she was going to, so I need to get this done. That's because she told me that she was she got accepted at the University of Utah. She's going to go already. And she's already got college credit classes. And so anyway, I go, uh-oh. So I'm just working on the lady itself, and I'm going to get that one done. And it will take a little while. That dress flows out, as you can see. But it will take a little shorter time because I won't be doing the flowers in the background. Okay, the second zombie run piece that I worked on, and I got just about 401 stitches on it, is Needle Treasures Feeding Time, my little homo girl. And this is an old kit that I got in Solvang, California years and years ago. And what I got accomplished this time, I kind of unrolled it a little so you could see. I'm going to show you a little bit more of what it looks like. This rooster here, last week I worked on the hen. Filled in quite a bit of that. Not last week. What am I talking about? Last month for Zombie Run. This month I worked on this area right here. I wanted to get that rooster's face, comb, beak, and everything done. So that's what I did. And it kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of what she's looking like. I'm actually getting close to a finish. Of course, I will have to go back and do the back stitching, which I didn't do on the way, but along the way. But I am getting close to having a finish on that, because if I show you this, you will see, again, that I'm pretty much with the regular stitching. I've got that baby chick, some green grass, and the Hummel signature. Next month, I'm going to work on that baby chick and finish up the hen. Maybe. I don't know. It depends. I might end up going on and working on to the rooster and getting more of him done. So anyway, this was, like I said, a kit fabric, 14 count with the threads that were inside. I was a little concerned. I thought I had run out of one thread that was like a darkish greenish brown, but then when I looked down farther, I had it there, so that was good. Okay, so those were the 2 zombie runs, and then the only other piece that I worked on this week was trying to keep up on my 21,000 stitches in 2021 for Full Coverage Fanatics, which of course was Artisy's The Lace Maker. This week I got 593 stitches. I have to get at least 448 to try to keep up every week. So that was about 100 some stitches over. So if you've kept up on this, then you know this is all new. I filled in all the white here. This was kind of a light pale blue, but there were of course openings, so I filled them in with the white. And then I started up with this color here, which is like different shades of kind of lavenders and things. And it's funny, if you look at the picture, it really doesn't, at first I thought it didn't really look like that. It's the chimney up there that I've started on. But if you look closer, it does actually have kind of like a light lavenderish looking to it and some browns. So that's what I was picking up here. I started with the top row, picked the first thread, got a length of it, and went down the page on it. That's kind of how I like to do now, is some cross country because of Pattern Keeper. So with that, I started that chimney there, got some of that filled in there, so got about 498 stitches. So again, this will be worked on next week, and make sure I try to keep my my 448 stitches goal if I can. And I just am getting excited too. I want to get probably next week. I'll tell you a little bit of, when my life updates, why this is going to have to be the case. But next week, I think I'm going to move down. This is all white from here down to about here. And I have a feeling just to get my 448 stitches done, I'm going to get those blocks of white kicked out, because I don't like to take my full coverage pieces with me on trips, and I will be doing a highway stitching trip. So that'll get my 448 stitches done. Okay. Some happy mail and then a little bit of haul. And the haul I'm going to have to show you digitally on the phone, so I'm hoping that you'll be able to see that when I show it to you. I got some happy mail from a person who's become a good friend, Kim Asman. Hi, Kim. Beautiful card. Thank you so very, very much. And she found out I liked 815, which I do. I'm using 815 on my cat's reflection sampler, which if you've been keeping up, you know what that color is. It's a really pretty DMC color. I just love it. It just seems to work really well, especially with red work patterns. And so Kim sent me some 815. Boy, I always need more 815. So thanks a lot, Kim. I really appreciate it. So that's really sweet of you. My haul, the only haul I really had, the only haul that I really had this month was, man, oh man, I think I've lost it. That's wonderful. Hold on a second. I always forget. You never have to say hold on because you can just click off your darn video and it just stops anyway. So I got some PDF file patterns. mybobbin.com, if you click and belong to like their newsletter and stuff, this month they've been doing a mania, every day they have a different designer and they do 40 to 50% off on their patterns. And I had looked at the other ones, but nothing really caught my eye. And last week they came up with patterns for their 50% off on Ina Peshkova, this designer. And I don't know what it was, but I fell in love with these flowers, these different flower patterns. So this is one of the ones, and it really doesn't show up exactly how beautiful it really is in person. But these poppies that she designed were absolutely beautiful. And I got it onto Pattern Keeper, so I'm pretty happy with that. So you can do like whatever background, of course, you want to do on the patterns. So I got that one. Thank goodness with mybobbin.com, instead of having to look each one of them up, I can just go down to the bottom and it shows my recently viewed patterns, which are ones I already got. I also purchased this wild rose. We have a lot of wild roses in Washougal by the river. And they're so pretty and they look just like this. So I also purchased that one. Take me a minute to get back down to the bottom here. And my next one was called Lilac Miracle. These cute little lilac colored pansies with a little pansy teacup. Isn't that cute? Oh. And then I also got one more pattern, which so reminds me of my backyard. I have a lot of bulbs that, every year I have daffodils come up, tulips come up, crocuses and everything else. But one of my favorites is irises, bearded irises. I have regular irises too. But the reason why these bearded irises mean so much to me is my mom gave them to me it's been about 35 years ago more like 46 years ago when we bought our first house in California when we were young marrieds. She gave me a whole bunch of irises because my mom loved bearded irises. And every time I looked at them, I think of her. Well, when we moved from our house to Utah, I dug up the bulbs, kept them cold, and brought them up to Utah, and I planted them. And one of the ones that she gave me was this beautiful purple iris. And I just loved that little bird in the iris. And it made me think so much of my mom. So that would probably be the first one that I would start, that or the poppy. Just fell in love with Peshkova's patterns. Just beautiful. If you happen to go on mybobbin.com, if you love flowers, you'll just kind of go crazy because she has some beautiful, beautiful patterns. Okay, on to my plans, and then a little bit of life updates, and we'll be finishing up. So I need to finish up my zombie run. I have 6 miles done now, and I need 6 more done. I have one more of my 4 zombie run pieces that I have not touched yet this month. And that is Harriet Elizabeth Coe by Brenda Gervais. So that one is a given. I will be working on that. And I think, trying to think here, this is what I did last month, or what I worked on last month, which were some of the letters, some of the border. And I'm thinking, since that was the cue, I'm just going to continue working my way over, try to do the R and the rest of the border and maybe around the side to get my 400 stitches for my 2 miles to reach my 12 miles. That will only be worked on one time. You have to work on each one of your 4 zombie run pieces, at least 400 stitches. But I'm going to go back. That'll give me 2 more miles to get me 8 miles. I'm going to go back and work more on Garden Prelude to do more of the dress, because I need to get that worked on. And then I'm also going to go back and work more on Sheep Me Safely Graze, which is, of course, getting closer to a finish. It'd be fun to be able to bring a 3rd whip into my zombie run, which is what I've been doing, is just bringing whips into it, not new starts. So I think with that, I'm going to finish up that border down there for sure, and start the big, huge sheep in the middle. Maybe get some more of the sheep that are supposed to be done. So that and Garden Prelude I'll pick up at least the rest of my 400 stitches for both, and then I'll have 4 more miles to make my total of 12 miles for the month of May. So that's what I'm going to be concentrating on. If I have some extra time, well, I will have a little bit of extra time during my one video chat, and I'll work on America again, the Blackbird Design one, to get some more stitches in that. And of course, Lace Maker will be continued to work on. And if I have some extra time, I'm also going to go back to Cat's Reflections sampler. And that's the one that is partially done. 4 of the cats are done. We laugh. Not really 4, 2 with their 2 reflections. If I get a chance to work on this, I'm going to work, of course, on the other cat. So we'll see. I'm not going to think of such lofty goals as getting that whole other cat and its reflection done, but I'm going to get some of it work done. So the line in this fabric, because you fold them to put them in your project bags, it almost looks like it's right exactly where the cat's reflection starts. Makes it kind of look funny. So sorry, kitties, I'm folding you right on your reflection again. And oh, that cat that I'm going to start working on is this one, which that's a bigger one, so I'm sure I'm not going to get 20 tons done because I have my other responsibilities with stitching, but I will start working on it. So okay. Oh, one other thing that I'm starting this week. So Cat's Reflection might get thrown in the background. Whenever I find a hedgy pattern, I have to go for it. Paulette came out with another row, hedgerow for the little hedgies, and I couldn't pass that up, so that is going to be started this week. It will be something that I know won't take me terrifically long because it's only 60 wide by 90 high. So I'm not using, I just pulled out some fabric from my fabric drawer that has the bits and pieces. I'm not going for the color that they have here because, of course, I don't have it. It's a fox and rabbit. But also, I kind of wanted to go for a little bit different of look. So I found this 13 by 18 piece of stone gray Belfast linen. So it's mostly a gray, but with just a touch of purples in it. So I put my DMC that's called for up on it, and I think it's going to work good. Everything's going to show up well. So I'm going to go with that. I want my hedgies to stand out a little bit more on my fabric. So that is my New start, another hedgehog. I wonder why. Oh, for those who don't know why, hedgehogs are the lace maker's mascot. And if you see up here, that's a lace making pillow. I make lace. If you see over there, there's another lace making pillow. I make lace. I will try to give you a lace update when I get a chance, but it won't be today. Life updates. One of the biggest ones is I will be heading down to California. That's why I'll be Highway Stitcher on Memorial Day weekend. My niece, who has brain cancer, has moved her wedding date up from September to Memorial Day weekend on Saturday, May 29th. She asked me if I could make it, and I said yes. So I am going to be driving down there. My two daughters are going to be able to make it also, and they are going to fly down. So I will pick them up, and we will go celebrate Kim's wedding and give her a lot of love and a lot of support. I do love her. And so that will be my highway stitching. Actually, this week, that's a week and a half from now. So when I get done, and I'm hopefully doing one more floss tube before I head out. If I don't get it done, then I'll have to do it on my run back. But that's why I'm mentioning it, because I'm trying to get these other committed stitches that I want to do done before I head down to my niece and to go to her wedding. And also, I think when I head down there, that's why I want the zombie run pieces done too. I'm just going to take down ones that I want to take down, probably hedgerow, America, and just work on pieces that I don't have any commitment to, just for fun. For this last week, I went to my grandson and granddaughter. My middle daughter Julie's kids had their piano recital, and that was really fun. They always do such a fun job, and do so good. And they are just really moving up in their skills for playing the piano. We were in a really beautiful auditorium in a little piano shop that I couldn't believe it had such a nice auditorium and downstairs. But you went down in the basement, and it was very nice. And it was certainly wonderful to be able to actually see them perform, as opposed to last year when they didn't have a performance. So that and just staying home, enjoying myself was my week. So I'm going to end with my daily gratitude with one of my favorite quotes. I'm a big J.R.R. Tolkien fan. I remember sitting on the bus. I used to ride the bus because I lived many miles from the school. We lived kind of up in the hills in a rural area. And so I had a lot of time on the bus to read, and I was an avid reader. Always had my nose stuck in a book, as my mom always said. And one of my favorite authors, I started reading quite early when I was like 6th grade, and it was J.R.R. Tolkien. I was just drawn into The Hobbit, and then from that, The Fellowship of the Ring and the whole trilogy. So this quote is from The Fellowship of the Ring, and I love it. I just feel like it has so many meanings. Not all those who wander are lost. So I'll leave you with that. Not all those who wander are lost. And tell you to remember the beauty out there. When I'm traveling, I'm going to look for that beauty again. It'll be fun to do a little traveling and look at all the sights as I go. So remember the beauty out there. It's there. Look for it. Grateful to see you guys and spend time with you. And I hope you have a great week. And hopefully I'll see you next Wednesday with another update. So bye-bye, everyone. Love to you.